Hey guys, what up? I'm not a dude and my name's not Jude, but today I will be bringing you another concert review, and this is of the self-titled tour with Paramore, Metric, and Hello Goodbye. I went to the Worcester, Massachusetts date, the one November 17th, which was on a Friday, so that was like a few days ago. Paramore has been one of my favorite bands now, and they recently actually just became one of my favorite bands. I wasn't really a fan of them in the past couple of years, just because I never really listened to a full album by them. But then the beginning of this year, I decided to just listen to all of their albums in full length, and I really did enjoy all of them. They always have produced like consistent work, especially with all three albums. They're very consistent, and this new self-titled record was really good and kind of brought a new change to Paramore, a new sound and a new diversity to them, and didn't make them feel like a completely different band, but still kind of having that continuance of Paramore. I've heard a lot of good things about people seeing Paramore live. I've heard a lot of people say they're really fun, they really get a crowd going, their set lists are always really good, and this set list I thought was amazing. The first song they played was Grow Up, and this is one of my favorite songs on the self-titled record. It's so catchy, it's so fun, really good song to open up with. The next song was Fast in My Car, which is the intro to the self-titled album as well. I really loved that song a lot. It really got the crowd going and amped up, and I was just surprised how many people knew all the words to their new songs, because I didn't think so many people would be into the self-titled album, but a lot of people really enjoyed all the new songs they played. Then they played That's What You Get, which literally you could hear every single person, whether they were in a seat standing up. Everybody in that building was singing that song. It just, you could feel like an anthem, literally an anthem of people. It was just really cool to hear. They did that song. They did Decode, which is off of the Twilight soundtrack. Not a huge fan of this song. It's got some good lyrics, but I never really could get into it that much. The next song is Ignorance, which is one of the more popular songs off of Brand New Eyes. This was a really fun song for them to play too. They were like super pumped for it. Next was the interlude, I'm Not Angry Anymore. I thought it was really cool that they did all three interludes actually from a self-titled album. You had like Taylor playing the ukulele, and then you had Haley, and they were kind of like, they would switch spots of the stage and play an interlude in like different spots, and the spotlight would be like directly on them. Then they played Now, which a lot of people were happy they played that song. They played Daydreaming, which is a really good song. It was wicked cool to hear that song live, because that song is so like abstract and has like such a variety of like dynamic in it. They also played one of my favorite songs ever. This is probably like the first Paramore song I fell in love with from hearing it. I remember the first time I heard that this particular song was in 9th grade, and it literally changed my life, and that's When It Rains off of the Riot album. This song always stuck with me. I think it has some of the best lyrics I've ever heard. It's such a compelling, passionate song, and hearing that live, I literally like broke down, because it just means so much to me. I really love that song. Then they also played Last Hope, which was really cool because Haley went into this big thing talking about how the band's still alive, Paramore's still going on, and they're still going to tour around, and they're going to be together for a long time. And she was just talking about how when they wrote this song, everything kind of came together, I guess, for the new album. So they played Last Hope. They played Brick by Boring Brick. They had a really cool intro to it. Aaron Gillespie, who's actually the touring drummer on this particular tour, who, if you don't know, was in Under Oath. He's now in The Almost. He has a solo project. If you guys have subscribed to my channel for any particular amount of time, you know I love Aaron Gillespie, and seeing this guy on the drums in action is so cool. I met him before and he was mad nice. He played like a really cool drum intro thing to Brick by Boring Brick, and then it like crashed right into the song. It was so cool. Then they played the other interlude, Holiday. Then they played Crush Crush Crush, which a lot of people are happy because that's like a classic Paramore song. Then they played Ain't It Fun. They had a high school choir actually come out and sing the song, you know, the line, Don't Go Crying Your Mama, where like the big chorus comes in. Yeah, they had this high school chorus come in and do it. I can't remember what high school was it for, but they had like red gowns on with the Paramore bar logo on it. It was like literally so cool that they had an actual chorus, and I was so happy they played this song. It really was like a crowd pleaser too, definitely. One of the more slower songs they played was The Only Exception, which was just like really like nice and chill and relaxing. It was cool to hear that song too. Then they played one of their songs that's I guess on like a vinyl, and you can find it on the internet. It's not on like any of their other CDs, but it's called In the Morning, and I actually have never heard this song before, but it was really cool to hear it because it was such a different vibe. Paramore, live at least, it sounded really like folky, acoustic-ish. And then it also had this snippet that they played of Fleetwood Mac's Landslide, and that sounded so cool with the rest of their song with it. So I really liked that. It was well done. Then they played Pressure, which was one of their old songs from their first album, All We Know Is Falling. And they played Misery Business, which is a song I'm pretty much sure everybody knows. And they also played Part 2, which is one of their more emotional songs on the self-titled album. I was happy they played that. They played the Moving On interlude. Then the last song they played was Still Into You, which literally is like become like their biggest song ever. You hear it a lot now on the radio and everything, and it's really cool that you hear a Paramore song on like a radio. Once they were playing that song, they had balloons coming down from the ceiling. There was confetti shooting out at the end. And I thought it was really cool that they had the balloons, because if you watch the Still Into You music video, it has balloons in it too. So Hayley was like super funny. She was really interactive with the audience. She moved around a lot. Everybody in the band seemed to have a good time. She did that really cool flip thing over Jeremy, the bassist's back, which is, I guess, like one of their signature things that they do at shows. Her voice, too, Hayley's voice sounded so beautiful in person than even on the album. It just sounded like, it was like, wow, this girl can really hit that range that she can in the studio. And it really shows. And you could, like, hear her wicked clearly. The whole band just did really good. I thought Aaron Gillespie was a really good fit to be on that tour as their drummer. He did a great job. Everybody just seemed to have so much fun, and it was probably literally the most entertaining concert I've been to. And I will definitely go to another Paramore show soon, hopefully in the near future. But I was really happy with the set list overall. They played a lot of new songs, which is fine with me because I really like the new album. They played a few songs on Riot, a few songs on Brand New Eyes, and they only played one song on All We Know Is Falling, which was kind of weird. I thought they would play more, but that's okay. Overall, the set list I thought was amazing. They did literally like a flawless job, probably one of the best bands I've seen live. So if you haven't seen Paramore, definitely see them. I recommend it. I didn't get a lot of merchandise there because a lot of it was super expensive. Like, crazy expensive. Like, t-shirts were $35. It was just insane. So I'll show you guys what I got. I got a wristband, and it says, "Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun?" And then it has Paramore on the sides there. This is the Paramore jacket. It's a sleeveless denim, black denim. It says Paramore right here. If you look at the buttons too, they have like the little bar thing, and then the bar logo is on the back here. The only problem I have with this jacket is it's actually cropped, and I'm not the most feminine person, and I know like crop jackets are usually for more feminine people, which is fine. But so like when I put it on, it looks like really small on me, but it's cropped, so that's why. But overall, this thing looks so badass. Doesn't that look so freaking badass? And those were the only things I bought. This is like the first show where I didn't spend a lot of money on merch because it was just so freaking expensive. That denim jacket was $65. Like, they had so many cool stuff for merch. I really wish I bought more, but I guess the next time I see them live, I'm going to bring a shit ton more money. Definitely. So just Hello Goodbye set because I wanted to get merch really quick, and we kind of came to the venue late. So I missed Hello Goodbye. I don't really listen to their music that much anyways, and I've heard a few songs by the Metric, but it didn't really interest me to see them. But we saw all of Metric's set. They weren't bad. The only comment I had with Metric was it was kind of hard to hear the lead singer's voice sometimes. and then sometimes you couldn't like understand anything she was saying. But I was there for Paramore, so Paramore like wowed me. And we had like really decent seats too. Check the links down below in the description if you guys want to check out my other channels. I have a vlog channel, as I mentioned before. I also have my channel, Sarah R Films, with that one video on it, but I'm going to be putting more videos on that channel. So stay tuned for all that stuff. All those links are going to be down below. You can follow my Twitter if you want to see me talk about random stuff on my Twitter. My Tumblr's down there, so follow those, check them out. I don't know why I'm doing this. Anyways, I will see you guys later for another video. So stay brutal, guys, and stay tuned for more reviews. Bye. Look at this. It's Goku. Goku from Dragon Ball Z.